Welcome back to Mike's Archery's YouTube, and we are taking a look at the new 2021 Amplify from Bowtech. And this bow has come into us this year as kind of a mid-range price point bow, and with a lot of versatility. It's got quite a bit of versatility in this bow with adjustments on it, but we'll run you through the specs here, shoot this bow for you, and just kind of give you a rundown of what it looks like. But right off the bat, IBO speeds on this is coming in at 335. With an axle to axle of 31.5. So right there in that, kind of middle of the range on axle to axle. The weight on this bow from the factory is saying 4 pounds even. We threw it on the scale like we like to, and we were showing 4.2. Now that was without the limb dampeners. We did pull those off. We were showing 4.4 if you throw those limb dampeners back in there. So it is a little over factory spec. We're figuring that maybe it's the orbit dampener down here, taking a little more shock out of things. If you probably unscrew that and maybe your string stop here, they're probably weighing it without that to get that dry weight of 4 pounds. From there, you get a lot of draw length adjustment in this bow. It's going to be adjustable from 21 to 30 inches, and it does have a fairly aggressive cam on it. It almost kind of looks like that SR6 cam that they've had for the last couple years, just not quite as hollowed out. It does have a limb stop on that cam as well, which gives it a really solid back wall. You'll see that when we're shooting it here in a little bit. And it also has the binary cam system with the adjustable draw length on just a mod. And again, allowing you from 21 to 30 gives you quite a range there to fit just about any archer, even women and kids could get into this bow. Brace height on this bow coming in at 6 inches for you, and available in a 70-pound option. But it does have a ton of weight adjustments. I'm not exactly sure how many turns you can take out of the limbs. I'm guessing at least 10, maybe 12. And you can take this bow all the way down to, according to the factory, 8 pounds. I'd be a little skeptical of getting it down that far. But if you're on the really short draw lengths, you may be able to see probably 15, 20 pounds. Things do get a little loose and sloppy on a lot of bow models when you try to adjust them to that lower end. But that's what the factory's saying you can get the adjustment of the weight on. With that binary cam system and the power shift system, it's still got some of those great features that Bowtech's had for the last several years. It does have polymer limb pockets, and granted this is a midline priced bow, a little cheaper, not one of your top end $1,000 bows or anything. It's coming in an MSRP of $599. Frankly, polymer limb pockets, that's probably okay at that price point, but I would have liked to have seen aluminum or something machined there. But I realized trying to give you that adjustability in there is a little tougher. So they've went with a polymer limb pocket. Not anything that I think is going to be a structural issue or something that's going to fall apart by any means. It just gives it a little cheaper look having those polymer limb pockets on it. It does come available in 4 different colors. Standard hunting color is going to be black and mossy oak country that you see here. They do have a couple other colors that have a little bit of an upcharge to it. If you're looking at one of those in the OD green or a smoke gray if you want something a little different in this bow. One of the other things they put on this bow is kind of a hard plastic grip. It's got a little textured feel to it, but overall a fairly thin grip, but it does have a little contour to it. So if you're a guy that doesn't like that extremely thin, straight, flat grip, this does have a little contour to it. Fits pretty nice in the hand, kind of sits there nicely and just gives you a little bit of meat there to hang on to. It comes up, gives you a little bit of a shelf on the riser as well. Overall, just a great looking bow in that price point from Bowtech. We're going to step outside now and kind of shoot this thing over the chronograph and see what it does. So we're stepping out here and taking a look at the new Bowtech Amplify. And we're going to shoot this bow over the chronograph, kind of see what kind of specs it's putting up. And we are going to be shooting this bow at 28-inch draw and a 400 grain arrow and 70 pounds. And just want to see kind of what numbers it puts up, how it feels, and how quiet the bow is as well. So let's take a shot here and see what we got. So 283, which not too bad. It's about an inch shorter than what we would normally shoot this bow on. It just kind of came in set at that, and I didn't bother to move it out to my 29-inch draw length. But overall, it's a little stiff on the back wall. I mean, when it rolls over to get into that final bit of the back wall there, it's a little stiff coming over on the cam, but this does look a little bit like an aggressive cam on this bow. But it does sit very dead in the hand. Comes over and sits very solid at full draw. The grip's a little bit different on this bow. It's got a little bit of contour to it. I don't dislike it. It keeps the cold off your hands a little bit, and it is a little chilly out here today, but this bow overall feels really good. Not the quietest bow we shot, but certainly not the loudest either. Overall, I think you get this thing fully set up and everything on it. It's going to be a really dead in the hand, really quiet shooting bow, and a great new bow from Bowtech. So check out the new Amplify from Bowtech for 2021 and give us a call at Mike's Archery so we can get you set up with one.